Hello everybody and welcome back to Super Metroid Darkholme Hospital number 2. Revisiting this just to show off the rest of the item locations and the key patch locations, which were quite interesting to find, I will say. Some very nice hiding spots actually. Very interesting stuff. So, this is going to be a bunch of clips cut together basically because I had spent another actually I don't remember how much time. I think it was over an hour or about an hour, somewhere in that range, of looking for more items, a lot of which was spent, so you could see bombing looking for things. So I was just looking around and I came across a speed boost block in the ceiling. This is actually the location of the last super I did not collect. And we'll find getting a lot of things anytime there's like a magnet or a turbine. There's probably a reason for it, because that magnet helps you charge up your shine spark, which you can then jump through a couple rooms and get your last supers, or rockets I guess I should say. Now, that being the case, I have all 60. We can go back in the toilet. If you recall, we are going into the toilet for these 60 super missile enemy block thing. And all the items behind all these blocks are energy tanks. So here's one of the energy tanks. I have all supers. Checked off another energy tank. I'm still missing 3 missiles and 1 power bomb. You've actually already seen me get one of the missiles. I'll get into that later. Now this room is just very suspicious in general, and I was trying to figure out why. So it turns out you just ride this thing and plops you right underneath the floor. You go through a door. Very, very sneaky hiding spot, I will say. And down here there's quite a few things. First is our last explosive, or power bomb. But that is not all that's down here. So you can see it kind of fills in the rest of the space on the map on the right side here. So there's a turbine over here, an arrow in the floor, and I spent quite a long time looking through stuff, but I'll come back to that room in a little bit after I get some other stuff. Because over here we have lots of exploding robots for no reason. And one of our missing missiles is up top there. And through here we have one of the key patches. So I got 2 when I first played through, and this is the 3rd, so there's 3 more to get still. But that takes care of that, and we just got this missile. But again, that's not all. Because that arrow on the floor, that actually is something, and it's not in between the 2 little weird spike things, being your hand things that are spikes. It actually is one of these spike things you have to speed boost up into, because the arrow is actually right underneath it. Sort of like that, except you have to do it right. Not exactly the easiest thing in the world to do. I had quite a lot of fun getting that in between all the wonderful little cuts and such. So here is the 4th key patch, which means we've got 2 left. 2 key patches, 2 missiles, and 2 energy tanks currently. So now we have all the power bombs, we can come down, speed this up, and still take a while. It's a very interesting way of making sure you know the player has collected all the items. It would have been nice maybe for these things to just like opened up or disappeared once the player got all the items. Because the power bomb one in particular just took a long time. And here's an energy tank, and these magnets are a pain. getting this energy tank was a pain for me. Because you have to jump and be in the right spot so your momentum isn't grabbed and you're pulled back and all that. And I probably should have had it there, but nope. So yeah. That energy tank or med pack is a pain to get to, but it's there. And then of course, hey, switch on the wall. So very interesting. Now this key patch was a bit of a pain, because that big crack in the wall is very, very suspicious. And this whole section sort of is on this side, on level 6. And that's because it is. However, you can't really see it. There's a grapple block hidden there. And once you open that, then you can go through, and here's another key patch. And again, with more of the story of the hack, there were some interesting things to read in his little key patches. It's pretty interesting. So you've already seen me get this missile if you watch the rest of the videos. But obviously I did not save after that, so recollect it. So I have one more missile to get. That, one more key patch, and one more energy tank from the missiles, obviously. So this missile, I probably spent the longest looking for. It's just hanging out here. I don't know how I missed it. I mean, the block was kind of obvious. I just sort of went, oops. I went right by it, I guess. So that is the last missile. So of course, when I get up to the 100 missile enemy block thing, I only have 99 missiles, so I have to go farm for some more missiles. Eventually it happens. And so you just pour 100 missiles into this thing. Now this is one you can cargo ball through. You don't need 100 missiles and you won't get stuck. There is something I found out that's a bit interesting. There is no solid tile where you fell down from. Something cloud overlooked, so you can jump out of bounds and have some out of bounds adventures if you felt so inclined. So yeah, that is something maybe to keep in mind if you're making your own hack. Make sure everything's solid that can't get out of bounds. So, after spending longer looking around for the last key patch, I finally decided, it might be during his escape. So let me check there. And it is. He hid the last key patch in the escape. It's actually right there. Sort of. That's sort of where it is technically. It is right through there, however, as you are going to see very, very shortly, that's not quite all all there is to it. Because when you go in here, the door's locked. You have to go open up the other door outside first with that other med pack stuff outside. So once you open up that door, now you can head back down. Now you can shine spark up through the floor there. And now the door is open, and you can have your last key patch. So that is it. That is 100% in Darkholme Hospital 2.0 with all the key patches, all the items. And just to make sure, it's in the escape anyway, so you might as well go beat it. So I went through, got to see the wonderful credits again. And get the thumbs up. So yes, that was very, very interesting. I liked quite a few of those hiding spots. They were very sneaky. And in the end, we ended up with 100% of the items. And we found all the key patches. Now sometime later I may not, I don't know yet, be doing, I know there will be something regarding the key patches later. So you can look forward to that. It may be a little while before I get to it. I will say the key patches have been interesting. So anyway, that's all of Darkholme Hospital 2.0. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Equinox or some other hack.